Hey, how long are you gonna think about trying trading and keep putting it off? Well, here's the perfect opportunity. We launched an open trading challenge with a prize pool. This is not some closed club or a lecture series over coffee. You'll start learning how everything works from the very first minutes. No pressure, no overload. My name is Simon Becker. I've been doing this for over 10 years, and here's what I've learned. Learning should be simple, honest, and to the point. No boring theory, just real examples, step-by-step breakdowns, and trading ideas you can grasp easily. If that sounds good, click the pinned link, message challenge, and grab your spot. This might be the first real step that turns curiosity into action. Either way, it will be useful. Let me show you how it all works inside. I could tell you about my journey in trading, but I think it's better to hear from someone already inside the community. Here's what Graham wrote. He joined just recently. I'd never touched trading before, but decided to give it a go. The format was clear and not overwhelming. Slowly, I started to understand how to read charts and what to focus on. It's been a great starting point. If you want to learn in a calm, supportive way, this is your chance. In the community, we regularly analyze market situations live. I walk through my trades and explain everything. Everything's explained in simple terms, no complicated lingo or rush. If you want to join, click the pinned link. Take a look, it might be a great start. Now let's dive into a strategy. I'll show you one right on the screen. Today I'm watching the market move and I want to share how I think when I look at a chart. It's all based on personal experience and simple observation. This is not advice or instructions, just an example of how you can start engaging your thinking when looking at numbers and lines. Let's begin. On the screen you can see that after a sharp rise, the movement has slowed down. It reminds me of a car easing off the gas before a turn. This kind of moment can suggest that the mood of participants is beginning to shift. Pauses after strong moves often hint that things might be about to change. That's exactly when it's worth paying closer attention. The chart reached a point where similar slowdowns happened before. You can see that the line started to behave differently here, more actively. When the chart starts acting differently in the familiar zone, it can be a signal that change might be coming. After the rise, the line seemed to slow down and slightly shift direction. It gave me the sense that there might be a change in trader sentiment. There are areas where the chart behaves in similar ways again and again. These are points of interest, not calls to action. Green areas started to appear on the screen. In the past, these moments matched the start of more confident upward movements. I took note of it. Even after a drop, a new move can begin, but it's better to watch how it unfolds rather than rush it. So, feeling curious? Right now you can join the contest inside my trading community, where I share my experience, clear strategies, and a system even a beginner can follow. What's inside the club? First, daily live streams. I open real charts, analyze trades, and explain every move. Even if you're just starting out, you'll get it. Second, the learning process is structured like a GPS. You always know where you're going and why. Third, you're not alone. I'm always here to support and guide you when something's unclear. I remember how it felt starting out, confusing and scary, but one person once showed me the right way. Now I want to pass that on to you. The contest is free to join. If you want access, click the link in the pinned comment, send me the word contest, and then come back to the video. Now I'll show you how this works in practice. Let's go. The line approached the lower boundary again, but didn't go any further, as if it met invisible support. These moments often signal a pause in the decline. If the price freezes at the same point and doesn't move lower, it might hint at stabilization. It's useful to notice that. After a long decline, the chart started to rise. It looked like a change in the background, like the sun breaking through after a long cloudy day. The first upward move after a big drop is always interesting. The key is to observe it calmly and without rushing. Before this, the chart moved almost in a straight line and then suddenly dropped. It looked like a return to a previous pattern. A sharp move after a pause often makes you wonder, has the old dynamic returned? Again, we see the chart hit its ceiling but failed to break through. It looked like hesitation and doubt. When the chart repeatedly fails to go higher, that can be an important moment. Not a time to action, but for reflection. The chart briefly paused, then continued to fall. The pattern looked familiar, things are developing just like before. If the move continues in the same direction after a break, it's something to factor into your observation. After a short pause, the chart moved back to where it had been. It seemed like the line was just continuing its behavior. Sometimes nothing really changes, even when it feels like things are slowing down. In these moments, it's especially important not to rush or jump to conclusions. And remember, this is not a recommendation, it's just one way to think while looking at your phone screen. Any decisions are yours alone, and it's essential to consider the risks. Analyze calmly and consciously. If you've watched this far, you're clearly interested in changing the way you think about money. Here's your chance. Try it without any risk. I created this contest so anyone can take that first step and get access to my practical material and step-by-step system. Experience is not important. What matters is your willingness to understand and try. Click the pinned link and jump in. If you're interested, act now. While you're still thinking about it, someone else is already putting their skills to the test. See you in the challenge.